Well, we have business owners in Amazonia trapped in the liberation tax extortion scheme from the hands of the ADF and the Colonial Forces. Well, as we've reported, business persons in the town of Bamenda have been caught in an extortion web put in place by the ADF, Amazonian Defense Force, as they say, and the La République du Cameroon colonial military. A complex web of extortion and has created a climate of fear and uncertainty in this particular area of Amazonia. A recent case has left many fearing for their safety after a shop owner was forced to pay so-called liberation taxes by the ADF. After this shop complied, another group of people came and asked for his receipt, as has been the pattern in recent times. But when he showed them the receipt of his liberation tax, they left with it and came back as colonial policemen to arrest him. He was allegedly forced to pay 1 million franc CFAs in these hard times to secure his freedom. Well, this has put the business persons in the town of Bamenda in a state of confusion and pain. They are not safe in the hands of the ADF if they fail to pay the imposed liberation tax. And even if they do pay, they are still not safe in the hands of the colonial forces, who at this point undoubtedly work in tandem with the ADF. The amount requested for the payment of the so-called liberation tax is 10,000 franc CFAs upon a receipt. But when one is caught with the receipt by the colonial forces, they are forced to pay up to the sum of 1 million franc CFAs. After being arrested, abducted, as in the case mentioned above, some business owners who voted for anonymity hinted that they are convinced that the Amazonian Defense Force, after one pays the liberation tax to them and collects a receipt, will go and inform their partners in crime, the colonial police officers, to come for the part 2 of their extortion scheme. This liberation tax brouhaha is coming to add to the pain of taxi drivers who have been particularly hit hard. Arbitrary changes to vehicle color schemes by the same ADF, the pseudo-liberation forces working in tandem with the colonial proxies, with the colonial forces. They have led to increased harassment and extortions at colonial checkpoints. Many drivers have opted to remove the mandated yellow color only to face new challenges from both colonial security forces and the Amazonian Defense Force. They say, "We are caught between a rock and a hard place." These are the words of a taxi driver. And with this scenario, we're seeing those words paint the exact picture.